Well, we are living in a time where, as I said, so many people, so many countries are sipping from this poisonous cocktail made up of the dangerous ingredients: polarization, populism, protectionism, post-truth, and in fact even patriarchy. And these ingredients develop a synergy that is dangerous for our societies, for central values, and that also affect the churches. So we never can stop thinking about speaking both for the vulnerable and with the vulnerable and walking together with them. And I think it's very important that church leaders can experience what is happening at the grassroots level where people actually practice this, because I think that helps us as church leaders also to balance this different expectations that we live with, because some people want us to speak out for this and some want us to speak out for that, and some say, but yes, there are too many migrants and don't you pay attention to our fears, and others say you need to challenge the government and this and that. So it's not always easy for church leaders to balance the demands and the consequences that might happen if they either are silent or speak out, and really to be faithful to what is the first calling and the first love of God and our neighbor. It is very important that we realize that whenever there are a lot of migrants present, that also represents a stress on the host communities. Now, we should not forget that most migrants are either migrants within their own countries or in neighboring countries. It's only, speaking of Europe, we have relatively few migrants. It is important, on the one hand, to realize the fears and the stresses that may arise in host communities, but also be true to the facts, because there's a lot of mythology building up, and as humans we always have a tendency of blaming others, of scapegoating, and we need to go against these not so noble traits of human nature. So on the one hand, respect the fears and try to deal with them, and on the other hand, counteract the mythologies that are around there, and trying to build a socially cohesive society. The project the Church of Sweden is doing, A World of Neighbors, the name is very deliberate. We do want to create a world where we can look at each other as neighbors.